Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk about manifestation, okay? Give you some manifestation tips and tricks to help you achieve all of your goals, okay? So, oh my gosh, I don't know if you hear that. There's like whistling going on like crazy. It's actually flooding right now in New York, okay? Oh my gosh, I feel like this is some kind of purging. I know that might be a limiting belief to some, but sometimes when like the weather is like really whack or like, you know, things around you just are really extreme for no reason, you guys, like, I mean, in New York, it doesn't flood that often, at least not as intensely as it is right now. But anyways, I'm just getting a sign that things are purging, you guys. You're getting this much closer to your manifestation. I decided to include my tarot cards. I kind of wanted to make this a little bit more of like a spiritual, you know, manifestation type of advice video reading, if you will, okay? But definitely purging. It's happening, you guys. I can feel it, okay? Wow, I wasn't expecting this video to start off this way. The first thing I was actually going to say is that your thoughts are currency, okay? Your energy is currency. Where you are investing your energy into is what you're going to be getting more of, okay? I know you've probably heard this 1,000 times unless you're completely new to manifestation, but that is true, you guys. Anything that isn't serving you, anything you don't like, anything you don't want to happen, you need to take away your energy from that thing, even if it lives in your mind rent free, okay? If you can stop checking social media, you have, like, you know, the privilege of not being able to check that thing if it's triggering. You need to make use of it. Every single, like, you know, tool you have at your disposal, or even tools that you don't have, or, you know, like, my point is, like, things that you don't really need to do, you need to be doing that, okay? You need to be doing what you don't need to do in order for you to manifest and get your manifestations fast. But you need to take away your energy, attention from anything that doesn't serve you, okay? The less desirable version of your specific person, the version of the reality that, you know, you're in right now that you don't like, certain thoughts, certain notions, like, oh, this person doesn't like me, they don't like this, blah blah blah. You know, just anything negative, anything that's just, like, you know, not serving you, anything that's not, like, you know, conducive to your well-being, anything that's not gonna, like, you know, what's the point of this? What is the point of you you know, checking social media, or, you know, doing whatever, if it's not the end goal? Like, well, how would you be feeling if you had your manifestation right now? What are the thoughts you'd be thinking? Actually, even write them down. For some people, I've noticed it doesn't come to them naturally, right? So write it down, like, oh, okay, I'm with this person. Even if you can't, like, feel it, you guys, writing it down, maybe drawing it out, doing something you know, that will, like, make it seem natural. I know for me, like, I like posting things, right, on social media. If I pretend, like, you know, sometimes, like, before I got my job offer, I literally pretended to write a LinkedIn post saying, like, oh, I'm so grateful that I got a job offer here and there, like, you know, I'm so grateful that I got a job offer, and I imagined posting it on my Instagram story. I literally just visualized it, and I got it, and I did end up posting that. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, manifestation is real, okay? Like, write, like, a fake Instagram post, you know, talking about, like, you and your person being in a relationship, post a picture of them on, like, you know, your private Instagram. I know some people have, like, you know, burner accounts, whatever. Like, do whatever you gotta do to make it feel real. Even if you can't make it feel real, just, like, say something, do something that implies you have it. I'm so grateful that I have my manifestation. I'm so grateful that I'm in my dream job. I'm so grateful that, you know, my SP and I are together. I'm so grateful that, like, you know, I'm living the best life ever. I'm so grateful that I'm in my dream relationship. I'm so grateful that everything is perfect. I'm so grateful that I'm always supported. I'm always loved. You can even mix, like, gratitude affirmations and self-concept affirmations. I feel like that also really, really accelerates things. It speeds things up. I'm so grateful that I'm admired. I'm so grateful that I'm hyped up. I'm so grateful that I'm prioritized. I'm so grateful that I'm cherished. I'm so grateful that I'm chosen, okay? This stuff really helps a lot, okay? So definitely, you guys, again, thoughts are currency. Your energy is currency. Energy is nothing but thoughts, okay? You need to be careful where you're spending your money. You wouldn't just spend your money on, like, anything and everything, right? Like, of course, like, you know, in the manifestation world, we're all abundant, we all have, you know, so much money, but, you know, when it comes to manifestation, you guys, like, be very careful about, you know, just what you're, like I mentioned, giving attention to. Like, yes, I get, like, you know, sometimes we get these thoughts, and, like, you know, sometimes, you know, like, we're going through something, maybe we're, like, in a high stress situation, and all these thoughts, all these negative thoughts come in. You know, those are just chemicals in your brain. There's certain neurons being wired and fired, certain, like, you know, synapses being, like, connected, certain neural pathways being strengthened, that sometimes, like, you know, when we're in a stressful situation, like, every single bad thing that's ever happened to us you know, comes to mind. But again, that's why, like, regulation is so important, okay? regulation, EFT tapping, meditation, breath work helps so much, you guys. I highly recommend it. I'm not even kidding. Just like 10 deep breaths in, 10 deep breaths out, okay? Or maybe not 10, maybe do 4 in, 4 out. Doesn't have to be like some intensive meditative practice. It really does help, okay? And you know, every time you do that, you guys, every time you affirm when you're feeling triggered, every time you do breath work when you're feeling triggered, you are recreating your neural pathways. You're creating new neural pathways that are associated with your manifestation. You're getting rid of that old neural pathway. You're getting rid of, like, you know, just your old mindset mentality that just doesn't serve you. You're getting rid of so much, okay? You're like, again, you're creating a new lifestyle. You're creating new ways of like thinking. You're letting go of that old story, okay? Like sometimes it's a good sign when the old story like pops up, like to trigger you, because it's like, I don't want to say it's the universe testing you, but it's kind of like your brain saying like, hey, are we gonna give into this trigger? Are we gonna move past this, or how are we gonna get through this, okay? And you guys, these triggers don't even mean anything. Like at some point the triggers will be so meaningless. Like, you know, I know there's certain things that happened to me, like, you know, a while back that I laugh about. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so upset over this. Like, was I stupid or something? Like, you know, like I never say that about yourself, but still, my point is self-regulation. Thoughts are currency. Redirect your thoughts, okay? Pivot. At the end of the day, pivot. Redirect your thoughts. Write this down. I really like saying I'm trained. I know I've talked about this a lot, but it's in the book, the Silva Mind Control Method by Jose Silva. Anytime you're triggered, just say, I'm trained, I am trained. You know, just implying to your brain, hey, I'm trained to think positively, I'm trained to think positively. It's sort of like a neutralizer for me. Like, I was trying out a lot of perfumes in Qatar, which is, you know, I have like these perfumes. I love using artifacts from my souvenirs from my travel. And like, you know, they would give me, like, I was smelling so many perfumes that I sort of got like, mixed up, right? So like they gave me coffee beans to smell in the middle, and then, you know, yeah, like that would sort of like neutralize perfume. And yeah, like that's kind of like, you know, what I am trained should look like. I'm trained that's like your coffee beans in the middle of like perfume smelling, okay? I'm trained, and then get back to affirming, okay? Do whatever you got to do to collect your thoughts, okay? Like take a nap, you know, watch an episode of your favorite show, or watch a YouTube video. You'll be fine, I promise you, okay? But just keep at it. Keep going no matter what you see, okay? Especially if you feel obsessive, you guys. If you feel like you're obsessing about it, switch to self-concept if you haven't been doing it, and rampage, okay? Redirect that obsessive energy. Anytime I saw a coach, you know, on TikTok actually give this advice of like, okay, if you feel like you're missing your recipe too much, rather than, you know, like looking at their social media or their picture, go to your picture, go to your profile, look at pictures of yourself and rampage nice things about yourself. Oh, I'm so beautiful, I'm loved, I'm handsome, I'm amazing, I'm prioritized, I'm chosen, okay? Or even say that like you are chosen, you're valued, you're prioritized, you're amazing, okay? Literally hype yourself up, you guys. Like that energy does something. I'm not even kidding. It's all about you. At the end of the day, it's all about your reticular activating system. When you say nice things to pictures of you about yourself, nice things to yourself in the mirror, every time you look at a picture of you, anytime you look at yourself in the mirror, your brain associates it with like, wow, we love this person. This person deserves the best. And like, that's what reality has to show us, okay? That's like the science behind it. I feel like there's a better way of explaining it, but you know, it's all about connections. What do you think when you look at yourself? What do you feel when you look at a picture of yourself? Like, you know how there's like that meme about like, oh, I spend more time on my Instagram profile or my highlights or looking at pictures of myself. I rewatch my story like 100 times. That's actually self-concept. That's actually good. If you do that, you might as well rampage affirmations while you do that, okay? Pro tip right there. I want to talk about the cards that are here. First card is my actions create prosperity. I really like this, okay? Like, I feel like, okay, something that I actually wanted to talk about, maybe I'll make a whole video about this, is that like you have to understand like the universe is rooting for you, wants you to be abundant, because the universe is you, by the way, okay? So for a lot of us, for those of us that like, you know, feel like we're not worthy of the thing that we want, maybe there's too many limiting beliefs surrounding it or resistance, what you have to do is tell yourself that, hey, if I'm happy, if I get this thing, people around me will be happy. I'm going to spread a ripple effect of positivity. And that's not to say that you only do that when you get your desire. No, you should be a good person. You should be nice and generous whenever you can. But tell yourself that, hey, like if I have this desire, if I get my manifestation, there's going to be one more happy person in the world. And that's good. That's a good thing, right? A lot of us grew up like, you know, thinking like, yeah, you know, happiness is the best. The more happy people there are, the more people that get what they want, you know, the more likely they are actually to give back. Like I know sometimes when like, you know, really good things happen to me, whenever I've gotten like a really good reading, I felt like, you know, giving back. Whenever I got like money in abundance, I felt like sharing that wealth. Okay, so share the abundance, share the prosperity. Say like, hey universe, or hey, you know, myself, my higher mind, my subconscious mind, if I get this thing, no, when I get this thing, I'm gonna be a happy person. You're just gonna create another happy person, and that's gonna urge you to get it even more. Like you're doing this for your happiness. You're doing this to give yourself something that will make you happy. And that's not to say don't be happy without it, but my point is, if you want it, you got to keep affirming for it. Like for those of you, like, you know, like if you want it, like people that want, you know, jobs, they want that for money because they need money to live, right? Like I mean, I know that might be a limiting belief to some, so obviously they're gonna affirm, right? That's same with any other desire you have. Affirm like you have a deadline. Affirm like, okay, you know what, like I saw this one meme, or I don't even know what it was, like some post about like affirm like, you know, rent is due in a couple of days, and you know, like you like if that was the case, you guys, like, you know, if this was like a life or death situation, like you know, like your superpower sort of like kicks in, your brain gets into a different mode and you get everything you want, right? That's why like saturation is so important. I'm not even kidding. As much as you can, saturate your mind, okay? Any moment you get, anytime you think of your SP, yeah, they love me, I love myself. You know, I like doing like the self-concept version of you know, like specific person or specific thing affirmations. I always get what I want. Affirm for your manifestation abilities, if anything, okay? I've always gotten everything I wanted fast. I'm a master manifester. I'm so good at manifesting. I manifest on time crunch. I'm prioritized. I'm chosen. You know, everything's always happening for me, okay? And then we also got, I am enjoying the process to my lasting success. You know, enjoy this, you guys. Manifestation should be fun, or it shouldn't be like something that like stresses you out. Like it should be something, I even think it's meditative. Seeing manifestation as something that's meditative, even like changing your perception on manifestation, what manifestation is really helpful. Okay, this is a meditative process that's going to help you get what you want, okay, as you should, because you know it's going to make, if you're a happy person, everyone else around you is going to be a happy person. You know, that decreases resistance, because you deserve to be happy. You deserve to have what you want. You deserve to have exactly what you want. You deserve to, like, you know, have your specific person hype you up, be there for you, be loyal to you, be committed to you, okay? There's no reason why you need to, like, you know, ever experience a reality where you don't have that. Give it to yourself. Like, it's safe for me to have this. I've always had this. I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna stay having this. You don't need to settle for anything else that comes your way. Just keep freaking going, okay? Let's talk about these cards here. Ace of Pentacles. Understand, you guys, that you're laying a strong foundation. When you affirm, when you saturate, when you robotically affirm, you are laying a very strong foundation for the rest of your life, okay? So this has to do with, you know, the whole thing about like getting into that dominant state of mind. Once you get into that dominant state of mind of having all your desires, you will stay being in that. You guys, like, I know I've given this example so much, but look at Sammy Ingram. Look at how much her subscriber count has grown, okay? And like, trust, you guys, like, I watched her when she had like 3K subscribers in 2020. It is now like 2024, like just the beginning of it. And like, you know, she has like oh, I think pretty close to 200K if I'm not wrong, but like, she's in the dominant state of having what she wants, okay? And I know I give this example a lot too. I'm in the dominant state of being financially stable. I'm in the dominant state of being able to travel wherever I want, okay? I travel literally like every month or every other month. I barely even affirm for that. I actually never script, oh, I travel. I do script that I'm grateful for traveling. I'm grateful for, anytime I go on a trip, I just say, oh, I'm so grateful that I went on this trip, and you know, I kind of reflect on my experiences, you know? Yeah, so again, you're doing this to build a very strong foundation for yourself, okay? Queen of Cups, I like to see her as a self-love card. Love yourself, okay? You guys, your person, your desire wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for your consciousness. You are the queen, you are the king, you're the one that's creating everything. 10 of Cups, you are meant for a happy life. 10 of Cups is like the happy family card, happily ever after card. Understand that you will have your happily ever after. You will have everything. You deserve to have everything. I'm the person that has it all. I love that affirmation. I'm the woman that has it all. I'm the man that has it all. I'm the whoever, whatever you identify with, that has it all. I'm the person that has it all. It's safe for me to have it all. It's safe for me to love. It's safe for me to be loved. It's safe for me to have every single thing I could possibly desire, okay? So yeah, anyways, I will go ahead and end the reading right here. Actually, it's not really a reading, but I do want to let you know there is a self-concept challenge going on my Patreon. We also have a signs challenge going on where we get together as a group and collectively manifest for each other via signs. I also brought back extended readings, like for pickup piles, okay? And I also, like, you know, post like neuroscience facts on the Patreon, so if you're interested in that, it's $5 a month for everything I just stated, okay? And I also offer in-depth tarot readings as well as manifestation coaching, and I also custom make Subliminal. So if you're interested in any of these services, check out the description box below where you will find my website and sign up for those services through my website. And yeah, I'm on the reading right here. Thank you so much. Love and light.